in a very simple way that our grandmother left the body. Mm, uh, I want to thank His Grace Amrish Ji for all the guidance that he has given us, and also His Grace Avinash Ji and Saraswati Mataji, who are always there with us. And Avinash Ji were talking with all of us on the same day, like on the same morning before we were taking the body to the guard. He was talking to all of our family. Saraswati Mataji talked to my mom also and everyone. And they were, so we never felt alone that we are alone in these things. We are always sheltered by all the devotees and Maharaj and Prabhupada and all the parampara were there with us. So thank you so much, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So remember whatever you learned, when as and when we request you to preach, on our name you're going to preach. You will do the same thing. So today you are receiving helplessly, tomorrow you'll be giving to helpless people. Okay? Remember this point, it's very, very important. And on our behalf you must do it, not on your behalf. Yeah? So then it is all complete. All auspiciousness will be there. All the best to you. Your parents are okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, no problem. You're chanting as you chant, message is received to her. It transcends everything. Yeah, all the best. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Guruji, Hare Grace Pradyumna Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Sanatan Krishna Guruji for delivering these classes. Thank you, devotees. Thank you, His Grace Amrish Guruji, and His Grace Nash Prabhuji and Saraswati Mataji, Hare Grace Saraswati Mataji, for always guiding us in this period. I have never thought that I'll be that strong that I'll not be able to cry. And Pradyum mentioned that you should. Uh, I was in discussion with Avinash Roji. I told him that the uh, situation is now critical, and but then Avinash Roji mentioned that you should keep the chanting box, Srila Prabhupada's chanting box, in besides her. You can take permission. You can do whatever you want to do. This is the perfection. Whatever you have learned, this is which will be yeah, you will realize now. So I told Pradyum's father was there, and I told him that we need to put this. And I went my home where the Srila Prabhupada's chanting box were kept in her room, in my grandma's room, and then I took that, and Avinash Roji told me that this is now she will be able to hear, because the last sense which will go is the hearing sense. So, and the chanting box was still after she left the body. Till that time the chanting was going on, and our relatives who visited the before she left that body, everyone was saying that it was so calm, it was not disturbing others, but she was not able to take the breath, but something was going on, the environment was something different. And we were knowing that she will leave the body, but then everyone was trying to prepare, and everyone was chanting. I have never seen this there. When my grandfather left the body, we all were doing Ram Raksha, but then this time was something different. We were feeling that we are sheltered, we know what all things we need to do. Prabhuji went there, and he took the tulsi mala and put her into her hands. And then he also recited chapter 2 in ICU itself. And everything was so perfect, and Amrish Prabhuji and Avinash Prabhuji were guiding at each and every point. Saraswati Mataji had a call with Pradyum's mother. So And when she came to our home, after that, uh, it was so calm and chanting was going on. I was just remembering when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took Haridas Thakur on, uh, yeah, and he was and he was dancing. So I was thinking, like, we don't have tomorrows. What Amrish Prabhuji and Avinash Prabhuji has told us, we need to help her in her journey to go back to Godhead. So I don't have to be. I have to be very strong. My relatives, my Masi and everyone told me that I am so much attached to my grandmother. I'm not even crying, let her cry. If she will not cry, her health will go, her health will be worse. But I was not crying. I was thinking, like, she will, after, after they took the body, then I had a, like, I started crying, but then it was not so much. I told Pradyum, no, this is what whatever things I was remembering each and every point. And in the evening, we all were there, Pradyum's family and my family, we all recited Bhagavad Gita verses. We all were chanting. It is like a celebration for us. It's not like anything. Whatever she uses, her room was like that only. I was thinking, like, this is a sadhu, this is saint. She passed away, but everything is so nice that she is here. We will experience each and everything of her. We are not crying, but we know that she is always there to guide me. And we feel Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev when I remember that when Om Prabhu was keeping agarbatti in front, like besides her, when the body was there, she was. I was experiencing Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev. They both are sitting there. It was so intense that I've never felt this ever. I can see each and every moment. I can cherish that, and I'll always remember the shelter. Thank you so much, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, His Purnapagna Mataji, His Grace Krishna Krishna Prabhuji, and His Grace Avinash Prabhuji, Her Grace Saraswati Mataji for connecting us to Srila Prabhupada and Srila Gurudev's shelter. Thank you so much. And thank you to Om Prabhuji, Deepak Prabhuji, Pradyum Prabhu, to all of them. They all were there. We all, because of the association of devotees, um, everything went so well, and everything will go well. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. So it is all credit and all glories to Hare Krishna Saraswati Mataji and His Krishna Prabhu, who were there who did not only bring you to Krishna consciousness, you know, but not only taught you how to live, but how to live also. That's what Maharshi Goswami Maharaj would say. The Guru teaches you how to live and how to live. And whatever you've learned from Maharaj, that's what has been taught to you. Now you must carry this flame forward. It's up to you. You know, it's up to you. If you can, it's good. If you can't, no problem. All good. Okay. Hare Krishna. And want to say about those monkeys I was told about?
Yes, surely. So, when we were taking our grandmother to the ghat, so there were a group of monkeys, like not just three, four monkeys, at least 14, 15 monkeys with all their families. They were sitting just in front of our apartment, Shrusthi Mata's apartment. There is a construction going on. So they were sitting there with all their families. And you will never see a monkey sitting at one place for even 2 minutes. They will not sit at one place for more than 2, 3 minutes. But they were there for 1.5, 2 hours, just sitting there and seeing it. So many of them. And my dad was recording them. I have the video. Maybe I can share. So all the monkeys were sitting there and they were just watching it. So I mean, Amrish Oji told us that animals have like they understand things a lot different way than us. Then he told us the example of the tsunami that came in Sri Lanka and how animals already knew what was coming. So he said that they see some things that we cannot see. So they noticed that something important is going on. They were there. We all were thinking दीपक प्रभु ने मेरे को बताया कि वो इतने देर से बैठे हैं. I didn't even notice because I was busy there. So they were all sitting there. And all these times we have uh, experienced the mercy of Maharaj. Amrishoji always asks us, do you feel the mercy of Maharaj in our life? And we definitely feel the mercy. When they were like applying the chandan to the body. So I went upstairs and Prabhuji had asked me that to put a tilak on her head and Kantimala. So they did Kantimala and they just applied Gopi Chandan there. So I asked them to give me the chandan, I'll have to put the tilak. So they did not let me because I just had shaved my head. So I could not touch the body. So they said that आप हमको बताइए क्या करना है. So I showed them the photo of Prabhupada and I asked them that apply the tilak like this tulsi thing and this tilak. So they were the relatives are like more like very rigid-minded people. So they were saying that no, this is Pushti Marg. This is not the tilak of Pushti Marg. I said, Prabhuji had told us you just apply the tilak. So they asked us कि इन्होंने दीक्षा ली थी क्या? And I said yes, they have taken the diksha. I just apply the tilak. So we experience this and we understand that Diksha is just because our grandmother she used to chant Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama before, but in the last 3-4 years when we were connected through Avinash Ji, and she had a very uh, readily accepted and she was very like even fond of Avinash Ji. She used to like attend the classes and hear his lecture and Avinash Ji were there in the November time and he has met our grandmother and even though she could not walk she got up and she talked to Prabhuji. So she very readily accepted that you should chant Hare Krishna, and you would always find her bead bag not anywhere else, just right next to her, always. Like I've never seen her bead bag anywhere else, in the table, in the hall, in the kitchen, always right next to her, the bead bag. And she was always, whenever she was up, she was not sleeping, she was always chanting. So it is, we experience that how powerful the Mahamantra is and how powerful the shelter of Maharaj is and how powerful uh, the powerhouse Maharaj is, and because they have given us so much strength in all these times. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Wonderful. And it is all your sadhana also, sadhana of all the dependents, which also help and supports the jiva. And don't worry, Guru Maharaj are in full control of our lives. And as long as we are transparent, we let the mercy flow. So this transparency is very important. That's very, very important. And you should also be transparent. Huh? That's how all the best to you. And also other devotees were present. In this case, Deepak Prabhu, Om Prabhu were present. So they could also take instructions from Avinash Krishna Prabhu and Saraswati Mataji and follow through. So that's very wonderful. Huh? So even otherwise, don't worry. If they say we'll do this or pushti mark, तो बात नहीं. करने दो आप चैनल करते रहो. मैंने बताया था कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. इसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. No issue at all. These are superficial. During the last stages, last years of Maharaj on planet Earth, Maharaj is still present. So this has Maharaj emphasized this point upon him. They do not restrict Krishna. Where we had, in fact, my mother-in-law with her, because the relatives are Hindus, all the relatives. Not she was Vaishnava. I asked Maharaj, "Maharaj, they'll do all these rituals in another Hindu way." He said, "No problem. But I'll do a program later on." I told Maharaj, time for Maharaj, I'll do a kirtan program and a prasad program. He said, "That's best. No problem." So this is how we did, my own self. So not a big problem. All is good. Krishna is all good. Great, great. Hare Krishna. So this is the meaning of preaching. Hmm? And this meaning of what money you will give to your devotees who preach to you. What money you can give. You tell me. Some consultants will charge you some money here, there. But what will you give to Avinash? Whatever you give is going to be always short, the unlimited time short. Okay, now. So learn from this and you give this. Don't keep it. The only way you can be thankful is to carry this forward. If you can. If you can't, doesn't matter. Just say, I'm very sorry, I can't carry this forward. That's enough. Even if you are not present, just think about it and sorry, we're sorry, we can't carry it forward. No problem. But if you can, that is best. If you can't, that's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, you understand? All of you understand these points?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is best. That is wonderful. Hare Krishna.
One thing also, Prabhuji, I remember that she was very fond of that bhajan you once told in our class. Like it was a class that I have not attended many years ago. I have found the recordings in our playlist. So bhajan was from Surdas, that Hey Govinda Rakho Sharan Ab To Jeevan Hare. So she also used to hear that bhajan from her childhood. So she was. I remember that once we sang this bhajan with her. Uh, I showed her the video of yours, you singing that bhajan, and she was very happy listening to that bhajan.
Yes, Guru Maharaj used to sing this bhajan too. Very nice. All the best.
Hare Krishna. His Grace Avinash Prabhuji. His Grace, Her Grace Purna Pradyumna Devidas Mataji and His Grace Krishna Samapan Krishna Prabhuji. I'm very much thankful to His Grace Avinash Prabhuji and Her Grace Sarvasiddhi Devidas Mataji. Probably when Pradyumna's grandmother, like she was grandmother to me also. I was connected her from my childhood. So when she left body, somehow I was there. I don't know. Like a day before also, I was planning to go to the hospital. I'll go to this week. But suddenly, I don't know why. On Wednesday, I felt like today I should go. So I took half day from office and I went there. And she was very critical. And Prabhu like was in talk with Avinash Prabhuji and you. So he was getting the instructions. So I could witness the things like very very close. I could witness the things, and now like I can see the things are totally upside down. Like when my grandmother left the body, I was in 11th standard, like 5 6 years back. So like everyone was sad. We don't know what to do. We are completely blank. I was completely blank because I was seeing it for the first time. And after that, I have attended the funerals. So it was totally different. Like Prabhu mentioned, Prabhu said, ki people live in ignorance and die in ignorance, but we know what to do. So I could see like what what the things were did then, and the family was very strong. Like Shrusthi Mataji didn't even cry. I was seeing her, she was handling all the Matajis, and she was so strong. And even Pradyumna Prabhu, he was not crying at all. So I could witness those things, and I can see like how the teachings are so practical and it helps us so much. And like when like we were taking the body finally, so he said to dad ki it's our family, so I have got the instructions and we'll do what we should do. So his dad took me to one side and said कि उसको समझाओ, like there are many peoples here. So we sing Shri Krishna Saranam, not the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So I said कि instructions clear है, वो नहीं समझेगा, कुछ भी कर लो, he won't like stop. You said कि तुम अपना करते रहो side में, you can sing slowly, but because we were like 3-4 people and the peoples were in majority, 30-40 of them. So he said कि बाकियों को बाकी का करने दो, आप भी अपना करते रहो. I was like, he won't understand, he won't stop. And like then we started with Namo Vishnu Padaya, and it was so strong, so intense, like the most intense in my life here. So it was complete silence. Like people were saying, what are they doing? It was completely silence. And we started singing it. Then slowly people started following. Everyone was chanting the Mahamantra, and people started following, and they were looking like what these guys are doing. They know what to do. So it was very much like thoughtful for me, and it was very much helpful, like the teachings and everything. So I could witness those things. And it's all thanks to Avinash Prabhuji and Shrusthi Mataji for like training us, and His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Mataji and Krishna Prabhu for like continuous in touch with us and giving the practical teachings. Like when the times come, we can see ourselves not bewildered so much that I used to be like 6-7 years back. So thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you to Pradyumna Prabhu and Shrusthi Mataji also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So because she was part of the program Hare Krishna WECAN, no, she used to attend Avinash Krishna Prabhu's program regularly, and she was a devotee. We will not do this for everybody. We may have done in the past for some, that's fine. But henceforward, we may not do it for everybody. We must chant one round, no, for her. Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea? Yeah. So please, all of you who are present, please take up chanting beads, and let us chant. All right, just switch or make yourself your unmute yourself, please, and turn on the camera also. I'll wait for 2 seconds. So as I said, we may not do it for everybody. Please don't expect this way, no, for all. Only for those who are part of the program. All right, let's start. Unmute yourselves, all of you, please, as I said, and let's start with Namo Vishnu. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswamini Ki Namine Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Ki Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashat Desata Harine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare Ram Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram.
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Ram Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
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 Hare
Ram,
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram.
Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram.
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram.
Ram, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Ram Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram.
Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
something Mere
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Ram Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Ram, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram,
You can
Hare
stop when it's finished, okay? Some may join us later, no problem.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Namo
Krishna
Namo Hare Krishna, Krishna Namo Namo Krishna, Krishna Bhakti Dhamma Namo Krishna, Devarin Prashari, Kirishashu Krishna, Goswami Chakani Prabhu, Sri Advaita Gata, Swasti Gaur Bhattrinda.
If everyone is not committed, just take your time, no problem. You can wait. It's okay. Or if you joined us later on, it's perfectly all right. Everyone is finished now? All is content now? Wonderful. Hare Krishna. So with this now then we conclude this first part of this program, where we had a bit of a remembrance about how the grandmother, she's grandmother of everybody, you know, even our grandmother, she passed away with a glorious life. We wish that all of us pass away and gloriously. But remember one thing, this is also the truth that what if there was no Prabhupada or Guru Maharaj in it? Who would be with her in that ICU? We thought like this. Yes, we must think like this. Who would be with her? Because of this preaching, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and because of Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is the meaning to say, Rascal, what are you doing? You keep quiet, Ambarish. We'll do it. Yeah, this is the fact. Yeah. That is the reason why she was happy, chanting was going on, and she with her body. Anta Kalecha Mahameva, Pranamapva Kare. Very famous words. Otherwise, what is the chance? What is the chance? That's why Maharishi Goswami Maharaj says that Krishna says, at the end of life, you will not be able to chant. But if you have chanted enough, then Krishna will come and chant. And this is the reason why people go to Kashi to leave the body. Why do they leave the body? Because Lord Shiva has promised that anyone who quits the body in Kashi, Vishwanath, in the Kashi Vishwanath temple there, so say that I will chant, I will come to their ears and I will chant Lord Ram's name. So this is the importance of Kashi. Banaras, Hari Bol, This is the business of pure devotee. reclaiming back the souls where they belong, back home, back to God. And our perfection is that we support them in our own way to reclaim. And there's so much difficulty to protect the devotee. There's so many cheaters, so many this, so many that. You have to purify yourself. You're not purified yourself too. Okay? So wonderful. All the best to all of you. Hare Krishna. So we continue with our discussion then. Yeah. Of matter and antimatter. Very apt discussion. Yeah. Part 4. Anyone wants to say anything before we start this discussion? Now it's so we put 10 minutes. Anything you want to say? Please do.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Uh, as you just mentioned now that it is very difficult to remember Krishna in the last line. And I could see that she was struggling so much the day before, all the ventilator and everything. You cannot even think of chanting at that moment. You cannot even speak at that moment. What to think of chanting? You cannot even speak or talk to your because they put so many intoxicants also in the oxygen mask also. So you are in like you are not fully conscious, 100% conscious and aware of what is happening. But she could see us, like she could see us. She could hold my hand, Deepak Prabhu's hand. She could feel a little bit. But chanting was going on in her ear. That was very important. And Srila Prabhupada was there. That was important. And you mentioned this verse on the call as well, that Antakale Chamam. Very important. And also when as you instructed us that when the Agni was given, all of us were doing Lord Narasimha Aarti there. And everyone was just looking at us. They were very blank that what these guys are doing because they are not used to these things. But as you said that other people are in ignorance, but we know exactly what to do at this time. Thank you, Prabhuji, for all the instruction.
Yeah, thanks to Srila Prabhupada. And thanks to Guru Maharaj for keeping Srila Prabhupada's flame burning. Knowledge. And even chanting, as you said, we request to Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada, please chant. That's when they're chanting. Otherwise, we have seen this thing fusing off, chanting counter finishing. So on mobile phone battery goes or something happens at the last moment, When everything is running smoothly, that means something is happening.
That was actually my anxiety that it should not be switched off or plug निकल जाएगा या कुछ ना कुछ हो जाएगा. So the first thing my dad called me and told me that grandmother passed away. So the first thing that I asked him that is the chanting going on. So he said the chanting is still going on after 20-25 minutes when she had left the body. वो बोले कि chanting अभी भी चल रहा है वहाँ पे. So it means the chanting was going on from the last night also.
Yeah, very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. Just see Prabhupada reclaiming all living souls, Srila Gurudev reclaiming all living souls. So much. So much. Yeah. It's not easy. So the business do is that actually we should not interfere in their business. So remember one point, as it is important what we are doing, it is also important to know that we are doing on behalf of them. So do not bring our own intelligence in. It becomes very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. If we put things, say, we do not know what we are doing. In the name of saving the institution, we may say a lot of things, Oh, for institution, we must say this, and Prabhupada's body, this. No. Nowhere there is any mention of Prabhupada saying this. Chanting of the holy name is the only thing that is important. Rest everything is subservient to this. So, Hare Krishna. Okay, wonderful. So let us have our. Anybody else wants to say anything before we conclude, please? Okay.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees.
Thank you, His Grace Amrish Prabhuji, Her Grace Purna Pragyandevi Dasi Mataji, and His Grace Krishna Samarpan Krishna Prabhuji for connecting all of us to Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. And we can see how Srila Gurudev's, Srila Prabhupada's mercy is flowing through you, Prabhuji. And we can see that how everyone is benefiting by the causeless mercy of Srila Gurudev's blessings. And we are so much satisfied that Pradyumna Prabhu's grandma was taken in the shelter of Srila Gurudev, and how nicely everything was arranged by the mercy of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada. And in her most glorious way, she left the body. And we can just imagine for ourselves that if we are so lucky, if we have done any good deed in our life, then we can get this kind of opportunity. I remember she was a very, very loving and very happy person. And I have personally met her many times. Whenever we met, she was always so welcoming, so caring. And I can still see her face whenever I close my eyes. So she is always in our prayers. And thank you, Prabhuji, for guiding all of us. And thank you for everything. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mother. Thanks to you and Avinash Prabhu for taking this flame torch of Guru Maharaj forward. We are nobody. And Maharaj are everything. Guru Maharaj in full control. Huh? So, yeah, least we can do is just to not come in the way. Namaste. Great stuff. Thank you for your wonderful services to the devotees. You see, this is the thing. Huh? Now more will be inspired like this. This is very good. You'll have to come. Hare Krishna. Okay. So we should start with our discussion now. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhye Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Mahavishnu Goswaminiti Namini Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narayanam namaskritya, Naram chaiva narottamam, Devim saraswatim vyasam, Tato jayam udirayet, Nashtaprayeshu abhadareshu, Nityam bhagavata sevaya, Bhagavati uttama shloke, Bhaktir bhavati naistiki, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Just my Bhagavad Gita as it is, ki jai. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Chandra Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone in today's discussion. We've got enough time. That's great. So we will start from where we left a few weeks ago on the discussion about matter and antimatter. I'll request Krishna to share the screen, and we require a volunteer to speak. So let us share the screen first. Hare Krishna. Krishnas, can we stop and start the program again? If it's too difficult, then it's fine. Okay, no, let it continue. Okay, let's just do it. Okay, that's fine. Can you just stop it now, start now? Okay? Yeah, just do it for a few seconds. Hare Krishna.